Welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel, and in today's episode I want to talk to you about the largest e-commerce event outside of London that is being held in Manchester in October 2017. Now I'm just looking over on the other screen, and that is a great way. It's not a great thing to see, it's my face, but the quality is amazing. And I'm so happy because today the man came and plugged in the super fast internet. So this should look like much better quality and you should be able to hear me much better. And yeah, expect tomorrow's video to be about the difference in the internet speeds and how, I managed to now, well, we'll have a look in tomorrow's video about my upload and download speeds, what they were and what they are now. That's tomorrow's though. So today, let's kick off and talk about eCommerce Show North. So that's the event which is taking place on the 11th and 12th of October this year. That is 11th to 12th. That's a Wednesday and a Thursday. So the Wednesday and Thursday of the week is going to be the eCommerce Show North. Now, this is the first of its kind of event ever. The first, there's a few other big events which go on around the UK, at least when it comes to e-commerce. So we have the Catalyst event put on by Channel Advisor. I did a vlog about that one back in April, I think. Then there's the IRX event, which again I did a vlog about. Again, that was around April or March time. And then there's also e-commerce. Oh, what's it called? I'll be honest, it's not that great. So I've not been to that one in a few years. I can't remember. It tends to be held in Olympia in London, and they did do a northern version, but it was terrible. And it wasn't very good at all. So Manchester as a whole is sort of being recognized as the sort of northern powerhouse and the e-commerce, capital of Britain right now. There's more small to medium-sized businesses selling online in Manchester than in anywhere else in the UK. That's including London. So as far as e-commerce goes right now, Manchester is booming, and it makes total sense for this event to be held in Manchester. Now, eCommerce Show North, like I said, is 100% free to attend if you are, just as a visitor. So I am going to this event. I will be there on both days, on both the Wednesday and the Thursday. It would be, I'm going to give you some more information about eCommerce Show North. So if you're interested and have not heard about eCommerce Show North before, the link is in the description. So just underneath this video, click Show More. It'll expand. The link there, that will take you to, and like I said, it's not an affiliate link. It's totally free to join. The reason it looks a little long is it helps the guys at eCommerce Show North, who I've been sort of working with, to see how many people I send to them. But there's no affiliates involved. There's nothing like that. It's, like I said, totally free. There's no transactions involved. It just helps them know how relevant I am, I guess, as a person trying to, bring them some attention. Full, like I said, full exposure there. That's why the link is a little longer than normal. But yeah, so apologies for looking at the other screen. I mean, I could really get, Larry and start sharing my screen. In fact, yeah, let's do that. I can share the screen with you. So how did I do this last time? Screen share this one. Share. Okay, so we're sharing this screen. So as you can see, up to 4,000 visitors are expected to attend, and 120 plus e-commerce exhibitors, and like I said, seminars and talks from leading professionals. Now, this is the interesting one. eCommerce Show North have really managed to bring in some big names here. So if we have a look at the speakers tab, you can see, we've got Oracle and Bronto. I mean, Bronto, a huge company. So I've got the managing principal consultant for Europe. That's what EMEA tends to mean, pretty much Europe there. Who else have we got that we might know of? Obviously, head of e-commerce at Royal Mail. That's obviously a big win there. We've got managing director from Prezibox. Prezibox are a huge company. Again, very interesting. Global e-commerce director for the Kellogg's company. And obviously Kellogg's are based here in Manchester, a huge factory in Manchester. So again, good to see Richard there. We have Crystal, the e-commerce and retail for Virgin Trains East Coast, to see how how the logistics they deal with. But more on e-commerce, we've got the managing director, David Lawson from AO Retail UK, AO Appliances Online, absolutely smashing e-commerce right now. And then Misguided, they're the same. Head of e-commerce, Mark. I know the owners of Misguided, really nice guys. Obviously got the head of e-commerce there. Head of e-commerce for DW Sports, again, a huge sports company. Again, I've never missed Ross, the chief marketing officer for icelolly.com, again, the big holiday company. So huge, they are bringing in some big names. Again, let's have a look at the exhibitors, the types of people you're likely to see there. Barclaycard, again, some big names. Oracle and Bronto, once again, the business growth hub, part of the Manchester community there. Capita, Click Console, .mail, again, email company. Again, you've probably recognized some of these guys. Intercultural Elements, really nice guys there. I know those guys quite well. They do a lot of translation work for websites and that sort of thing. Klarna, again, sort of making payments, mobile payments for websites. Nosto, again, personalization for websites. Payoneer, we actually did some nice, they've just announced a big deal they're doing with UPS. We covered that on eSeller Cafe a couple of days ago, and they got in touch and we're happy with what we've done there. Plenty Markets, Price Search, again, e-commerce search engine, they're really making some big waves there. And anyone else that we can see here? Tamando, know the guys from Tamando. UK Fast, huge hosting company here in Manchester. World First, really cool guys, look after a lot of the currency exchange. If you're selling in multiple regions, they can set you up with bank accounts and do the Forex for you. So again, really cool people that can help businesses in a lot of different ways. Yeah, and like I said, it's super easy to register. You'll come to this page, fill in a little bit about you. Like I said, totally free to join. So yeah, that's that. So I can stop that now. That's the website. You can go and check out the e-commerce Show North's website and find out what's going on there. And yeah, like I said, I will be there. I think this is going to be a really good event. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I've been chatting with sort of the MD of eCommerce Show North, or basically eCommerce Show North is sort of owned by a bigger company called Prolific North. And they have traditionally done marketing bits and pieces in the past, and this is their first dabble into e-commerce. So I've been chatting with Martin over the past year now, I think, trying to sort of help him out in any way that I can. I think I was one of the main leads that sent World First his way, and a few other guys as well. So I am holding out big hopes for this event for a number of reasons. Is that, oh, James, thank you for watching, sir. Just seen your comment there. Looks like the show at Olympia. I sincerely hope it's going to be better than the show at Olympia. I've been told, I won't say promised, I've been assured by Martin himself that this event will blow the socks off anything that has been before. Now, obviously, big claims. Martin is maybe slightly biased on that one, but there's a few reasons why I tend to believe him. So there are a few events that, again, I've been to previously. The first ever Catalyst event I went to was down at London. This was the Channel Advisor Catalyst event. This was maybe 7 years ago, and it was a fantastic event. Ended up with me and a friend of mine who used to work with Carl getting quite drunk at the after party in Leicester Square. It's funny. It's probably quite sad, really, that that's the main thing I remember from the event. But there was, again, some great speakers from Amazon. Scott Wingo was the CEO back then. He did a piece. So, again, it was a great event. The last Catalyst I went to was actually quite good. And this was the first time it had ever been held in Manchester as well. So, again, further signs that e-commerce in Manchester is the place to be. And this was the first event, the first Catalyst event I'd been to in maybe 5 years, 6 or 5 years. And it was very good. Now, there are other events, which I won't name by name, that over in recent years have gotten worse and were much, much better when they first started out. And I think there's an element sometimes of complacency when it comes to these events, and that people, once you have that audience and you know people are going to turn up and you know you can sort of resell, you know, exhibitors to come back next year on a bit of a deal, it all gets a little bit easy. And it's for me, it feels like some of the personal touch, some of the effort, some of the value, I would say, is the main one that the whole event space needs in e-commerce. Is it's very easy to set up an event space where people, it just turns into a massive sales pitch. You walk around the hall and people just try and sell you software, and you can understand that because they're having to pay maybe 5, 6, maybe even more £1,000 in order to have their stand there for a couple of days. And that's a big commitment, and a big commitment in which you have to try and reap that return on that initial investment. So people, you know, it can get a little bit salesy. And then, but also like the seminars, which are supposed to be all about giving value, in previous events, they've not been like that. They've been pretty awful. They've turned into very slow sales pitches, which again is not what you want. If you're going to an event like eCommerce Show North or whatever, you want to learn things. You want to hear about the latest trends that are going on in e-commerce. You want to see what some of the big guys are doing and how they're seeing success and how you can bring that into your business. That's where the most value is to be. And sure, you know, you'll get the opportunity to find out about other suppliers, solutions, and software companies out there that can help your business. That's obviously going to be a part of it. But as long as it just doesn't turn into a massive sales pitch, that's when things can go wrong. So one of the big things for me is, obviously, Martin has a point to prove with eCommerce Show North. This is the first one. And he's, you know, he's under a lot of pressure to make this as big and as good and as sort of market leading as it can possibly be in order to compete with what London has done previously or Birmingham has done previously, where they've potentially got a little bit complacent. And I think that is why eCommerce Show North will be worth attending, because they're here to make a point. They're here to show the other guys who've maybe got complacent how an event should be put on. And they're doing it in big fashion. They're not starting at, you know, a small little, you know, conference room, or they're taking, you know, for a half-day event. They're taking over EventCity, which is a huge space, and they're doing it over 2 days. They've attracted in some big names. And I think for that reason, it's going to be very worth attending. If you're into e-commerce, if you're a seller, if you're thinking about getting started, I think there's going to be a lot of knowledge, a lot of value to gain, and also a lot of good connections to meet. Because like I said, right now, Manchester is booming when it comes to e-commerce. You're going to be surrounded by people like you, other people who sell online. There's a great networking opportunity to be had at eCommerce Show North. And I'll be there. So if you didn't have enough reasons to be there anyway, I mean, I'll be there. So of course, that's, you know, you should be clicking that link right now and registering your ticket. Clearly joking there. James said, I'd go to a show just for the seminars, to be honest. Exactly, James. And a lot of people do, and that's where a lot of the value is to be had. I would say that the main value that I've had out of events like this over the years, one has been networking and getting to meet fellow business owners, talk to them, make friends, you know, especially if you're not competing. If you're working in 2 different verticals, you can divulge much more of, you know, how you do things without the worry that they're going to take some of your market share. So building up that network of people similar to you and who sell online. We all know, like, working online, running your own business can be a lonely job. So the more people that you know who can relate to what you're doing is a great thing. The second best thing is usually the seminars. If, like I say, if you're new to the space, if there's some cutting edge technology that you want to know about and you've got someone there who's talking about it, there's huge value to be had. And I think with some of the speakers that they've lined up there, there's going to be some great talks to be had as well. So networking, fantastic. You know, you've got over 4,000 people attending, 120 exhibitors, some great speakers. For me, it would be worth the punt. It would be worth taking, even if you don't do 2 days, just take a day out. And then if you really enjoy the first day, stay for the second, because I think that is where you're going to see a lot of value. And like I said, I'm going myself. And if you're watching this right now and you're sold on eCommerce Show North, if it's convenient for you to get to and the timings work out with your calendar, let me know in the comment section down below. I will be there. And like I say, if we can get enough people interested and it's worthwhile doing it in a much more formal manner, we can do a meetup where we can all get together, we could talk and share ideas and ask questions and whatever else it might be. If there's an interest for that, I will more than happily arrange that and get the wheels in motion. Otherwise, like I said, I will be there on both days. You can reach out to me either on YouTube, Facebook, however it may be. We can arrange a meetup, and if you're interested, we could have a chat and a catch up. And yeah, we can explore this, explore eCommerce Show North together. So that is what I wanted to talk to you about today. I want to sort of ram home eCommerce Show North. I'm excited for it. I think it will genuinely be a great event. I think it's what Manchester needs. I think it's what Manchester's been wanting for a long time. Like I said, I went to the Amazon meetup that they did in Manchester. Again, I did my best recording it at the time. And there was some very, very very savvy sellers there who were having great conversations in the networking bits. So for that alone, I would say it's entirely worth it. But like I said, if you're interested, let me know down below. And like I said, if enough people are going, we can hopefully sort something out. With that said, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button. It does mean a lot. I've moved this. I moved this microphone stand. It's now here in front of me because it used to wind me up. This is a lamp, by the way, if you ever wonder what this is. This is the umbrella light. I can't get it out of shot, unfortunately. Yeah. So... Wow, Dave, distracted much. But yeah, hit that like button if you've enjoyed today's video. Subscribe if you are new. There's new content every single weekday. Let me know if you're going to attend eCommerce Show North in the comment section. Or if you have any other questions, I will answer them if I can. Or if I can't, I'll hopefully find the answers from someone who knows. I think that's everything. Tomorrow's video will be about my newfound wonderful internet speeds. And yeah, we'll talk more about the inefficiencies of how internet can actually affect running an online business. But more about that tomorrow. I'll let you go and enjoy the rest of your evening. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll catch you tomorrow. See you then.